Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to discuss about the interactions of user and computer. So in this chapter, we will going to discuss about the interaction between the user and the computer. So before going to start, the content of this chapter will be the software system, operating system, device drivers, system utility software, programming language, translator software, layer loader software, and application softwares. So before going to start this topic lectures, we will first make sure why we study the chapter and why we study the topic of these chapters. So mainly, the computer as a machine, it can do nothing for you without the software. So that's why the software is the basic and required functioning of the computer. So the main purpose of this chapter is to introduce you to the different categories of software of the computer. So as a learner and user of the computer, you have to know how many software are required to run the computer and which software are required for which kind of task. So let me first introduce the software. So what is software? If we want to know about the software, then software is a set of programs that instruct the computer about the task to be performed. So software tell the computer how the tasks are to be performed. So according to the software, then hardware carries out this task. So software is a very crucial factor for the computer because all the programs are set on the software. So without the software, computer is nothing. So software, so we have to know about the software and software's programs from the computer point of view. So when we see the software, then there is a questions arise in here, how many types of software. So basically the software divided into mainly two general categories. One is the system software and another is the application software. So when we deal about the system software, then it contain about the software which is deal with the system of a computer or system of a machine. So the software which is deal about the software which is deal about the system of a computer, then it's called the system software. So all kinds of system software deal with the computer and computer related task. So these software mainly uh, maintain and run the all kinds of system in these softwares. And on the other side, there is an application softwares, and this application software is a software which is necessary need for the end users. Generally, the user of the computer are use the application softwares, and the system software are divided into two main categories. One is the system management software and another is the developing software. So when the system software is used for the managing the system or managing the program of a computer, then it is called the system management software. So operating system is the main key example for the system management software. Device driver software is also the system management softwares. System utilities is also a system management software. On the other hand, the developing software is a deal with the continuous development of the system management software. So when the operating system develop or release the new version, then it will be create a developing softwares. For example, the programming language translator, liker, loader, all of the developer softwares or developing softwares. On the other hand, application software divided into two main categories. One is the general purpose softwares and another is the specific purpose softwares. The software which is generally applied for the all users of the computer, then it is called the general purpose softwares. It is generally required the word processor, presentation software, spreadsheet software, image editor software, all of the general purpose softwares. But when some software is required for the specific purpose or specific solve the specific task, that is called the specific purpose softwares. For example, the reservation ticket reservation software, attendance system software, billing software, report card softwares. So these are the specific purpose software, and these software mainly used for the specific users and the users who need this specific type of task. So software mainly. So basically, the system softwares provide the basic function to the computers. So the main purpose of the system software are to provide the basic functionality of the computers. So all the basic functions, to run all the basic function in the computer, we require the system softwares. We require the system software to control the computer's hardware and softwares, and also to act as the interface between the users. We need the system software. And but the system softwares, the main important part of the system software is the operating system software, is one of the key system softwares. Mainly, OS is an important part of the computer. OS intermediaries between the user and the computers and the computer hardwares. So OS control and coordinate the use of hardware among the different applications of software and user. Mainly, it provides an interface that is convenient for the users to use and facilitate the efficient operations of the computer system resources. So the some key functions for the OS or operating system are: it provides an environment in which users and application software can do work. It manages different resources of the computer like the CPU time, memory space, file storage, IO devices. It controls the executions of the different programs to prevent the occurrence of the errors. It also provides a convenience interface to the user in the form of the command and graphical interface, which facilitates the use of computer. So there is another types of system software is the device driver softwares. Device driver software act as a translator between the hardware and the software that uses the devices. Mainly, we're using the device drivers, but we don't know that how the device drivers work. We just show the various drivers in our hard disk or in our computers, but how it act as a device drivers, on how it act as a uh, memory represented, we cannot know. So in the other words, it intermediates between the device and the software. In order to use the device, some devices that are commonly connected to the computers, such as the keyboard device driver, mouse device driver, the hard disk is also a device drivers, the port of the printer is also the device drivers, speakers, microphone, joysticks, webcam, scanner, all of the device driver softwares. And some software is a utility software. These software also the system softwares, in the category of the system softwares. The utility software is required for the maintenance of the computer. System utilities are used for supporting and enhancing the programs and the data in the computer. Some system utilities may come embedded with the operating systems, and other may be added later soon. Some example of the system utility softwares are the antivirus, data compressions, cryptographic softwares, disk partitioning software, disk cleaning softwares, backup utility software, and system profiling utility softwares. Mainly, programming language is also and one kind of the system softwares. So, programming language consists of a set of vocabulary and grammatical rules to express the computations and tasks that computer has to perform. Programming language is used to write a program which controls the behavior of the computers, codify the algorithms precisely, and enables the human-computer interface. Mainly, in a programming language, there was three main different types of programming language. One is the machine language, assembly language, and high-level language. In machine language, which what the computer can understand, but it is difficult for the programmer to understand. Machine languages consist of the numbers only. Each kind of CPU has its own unique machine languages. On the other hand, assembly language falls in between the machine and high-level language. They are similar to machine language but easier to program in because they allow the programmers to substitute the name for the numbers. On the other hand, high-level language is the easier to understand and use for the programmers but difficult for the computer. So another type of software is a system software is a translator software. Translator software is used for the convert a program written in the high level language and assembly language to a form that the computer can understand. Translator software converts a program written in the assembly language and high level language to a machine language programs. In here, translator softwares, there is an assembler, compiler, and interpreter. And another types of systems of linker and loader. Linker is a program that links several object modules and libraries to a single executable programs. On the other hand, loader software is used to load and relocate the executable program in the main memory. Software has to be loaded into the main memory during the executions. So application software that a user use for accomplishing a specific task in the application of softwares. Application software may be a single program or set of program. For example, the word processing is a single program, or image processing is a set of programs. So application software may be a specific softwares or specific set of a set of programs or a single programs.